Hi, I'm so glad you're watching today. Are you looking for a change in your marriage? Do you long for the time when just the thought of him or her brought a smile to your face? Do you wish you were excited about coming home at the end of the day to the passion of your life? Have you wanted to do something to change the way things are between you, but you just feel lost and don't know where to start? Or perhaps you've been trying, but it seems that everything you do is just somehow wrong, and you're losing hope. If you would like simple, specific steps you can take immediately to greatly increase the chances of turning your marriage around, even if your husband or wife never watches this video and refuses to talk about your relationship, this is the right video for you. Actually, this is the first video in a 3-part mini do-it-yourself marriage transformation course. If you stick with me for all 3 free videos, I'll guide you through creating a 4-point immediate action plan just for you. I call it your Marriage Quick Start Action Guide. If you've already watched this first video, you can use these links to go to the second or third video in the series. In this first video, you'll learn the world's most obvious secret about how marriage really works. You will learn how to turn that secret into a powerful tool to quickly identify which actions and attitudes you can change to drastically increase the odds of moving your happily ever after from fantasy to reality. I call it the Marriage Navigator. But you might be asking, who am I, and what reason would you have for following my directions? It's a fair question. Hi, my name is Stephen Bird. Yep, that's me. And me again with my amazing wife Shirley. About 95% of the time, Shirley and I truly enjoy being together. She is my best friend, and there's no one else I would rather spend time with. I can't say we have the perfect marriage, but we are very happy together nearly all the time. If you installed a spy camera in our house, you would see a lot of silly teasing between us, or a big dose of passion, almost every day. We have fun together. You would also come across the occasional argument, and fairly often observe serious conversations, sharing our heart-level thoughts and feelings with each other. Prayer and worship together are also daily events. It may not be everybody's ideal marriage, but it makes us very happy. But my life has not always been this way. Shirley is my second wife. My first marriage lasted more than a decade, and during that time, I experienced much of what you may be feeling or thinking right now. While I thought things were great between us for the first year or so, slowly the arguments increased, the tension started to rise, and a large painful gap began to develop between us. After a while, it seemed we were mostly like roommates who walked cautiously around our house, afraid we might say or do something that would trigger a fight. The dream of 2 joyful, impassioned lovers taking on the world as an unbreakable team faded and died. While ultimately that marriage ended, I learned many lessons that help me today, and I believe will help you. In addition to my personal experience, I have learned from those I have had the privilege to support while they courageously face their own marriage problems. My professional experience includes becoming a licensed clinical social worker, a board-certified Christian counselor, extraordinary marriage coach, creating the website marriagehowto.com, and writing an ebook entitled Marriage How To, a do-it-yourself marriage makeover formula, which may already be available on Amazon. So back to the world's most obvious secret about how marriage really works. Do you know it? I'm guessing you already do, but you just don't recognize it and you don't know how to use it to help yourself identify what and how you can change for the success that you want. Here is the secret. Your spouse has a balancing scale in their mind. Imagine that one side collects all the negative feelings your spouse has when they are with you or think about you, and the other side collects all the positive feelings they experience being around you or thinking about you. Over time, your actions and attitudes add to the feelings your spouse has about you. Your mate's mind automatically adds those feelings to either the feel bad side or the feel good side of their balance of feelings for you. You also have your own balance of feelings for your spouse, which collects your positive feel good feelings and the negative feel bad feelings you have about them. A good marriage is simple. It's simply when both spouses have their balance of feelings for each other tipped significantly to the positive side. I told you it was obvious. but don't let its simplicity blind you to the power for change that it can give you. With this secret, you no longer have to feel lost or helpless about what you can do to stack the odds in your favor of a happy, secure, lifetime marriage. So here's how you can turn this secret into the marriage navigator to point you in the right direction for a positive marriage change. Ask yourself this question: is what I'm about to do or say likely to be added to their positive feelings for me or their negative? Then just choose the action that is likely to add to their positive collection of feelings for you. If you do that consistently, you can dramatically tip the odds in your favor of your spouse feeling very good with you and about you. Guess what usually happens next? They start treating you better, which in turn makes it easier for you to continue to do and say things that help them feel good, which makes them feel more like doing and saying things which make you feel good, and round you go on a very happy merry-go-round. Here is the key to this process. What you do or say that helps your partner feel good is what makes them feel good, not what you think should make them feel good or what makes you feel good. You are different. And just as there are many people who like chocolate ice cream, there are many who don't. They may like vanilla instead, or simply don't like ice cream at all. In other words, you must do what your spouse actually enjoys, rather than just what you enjoy or what you think should help them feel good. Think about it this way. How many people do you want to be around who usually help you feel bad when you interact with them? None, right? Your spouse likely feels the same way about you. The Marriage Navigator question works by pointing you in the right direction for doing what your spouse is most likely going to feel good about and add positively to their balance of feelings for you. It will also help you identify what actions and attitudes would probably be added to the negative side of their feelings for you. Of course, you want to stop those, unless you actually enjoy fighting or sullen silence. Here's an example of how I used the Marriage Navigator question myself. Shirley came into our room and asked something like, "Do you want to eat?" I responded with a yes, and she left. Since I was rather engrossed in my work, I just kept working, expecting her to pop back in a few minutes and let me know when it was ready. I actually was looking forward to relaxing lunch together, but as more time passed, it became clear that I had made a wrong assumption. When she did come back, she entirely ignored me, which clearly confirmed my suspicions. In my attempted nice husband manner, I asked if I had misunderstood her question about me wanting to eat. In a rather quick and annoyed tone, she responded that she was calling me to lunch and I had not come. I nearly as quickly responded to her tone of voice, indicating something about just being a misunderstanding and that if she was going to be mad about it, I would just ignore her till she got over it, and I left in annoyance. However, I have learned that if I ignore her, it usually just results in her feeling worse, i.e., adding negatively to her balance of feelings for me. So as I calmed down, I realized it would be better for me to talk to her. I ran a few scenarios through my head, and I used the Navigator question. If I responded to her based on my irritation, I'd probably say something like, "Why are you making such a big deal about this? It was an honest mistake, and I was just trying to make sure I understood what you're saying for next time. And then you just jump on my case, just for trying to do the right thing. What's wrong with you?" So, is she likely to add that comment to the positive or negative side of her balance of feelings for me? Obvious, right? So I just started trying to figure out what I could say that might actually help us get back to being happy with each other. This time I came up with, "I'm sorry I misunderstood when you were asking me about lunch." Reality confirmed what the Marriage Navigator question would suggest. And she responded with, "Well, I haven't been feeling very good today, and I've been pretty irritable." It wasn't long before we were back to making silly grins and ridiculous tongue-out kisses. Of course, not all problems are resolved so quickly and easily, even when you know the world's most obvious secret about how marriage works, and use the Marriage Navigator. But it's a start, a good start. You might be asking, how does this work if I really just don't know which side of the balance of feelings my sweetheart would put my actions and attitudes? That is an awesome question, and exactly the one I'll be answering in the next video, Fine-Tuning Your Marriage Navigator. Also in video 2, I'll share a crucial ingredient to your marriage transformation success. With it, you multiply your chances of a joy-filled 50th anniversary. Without it, your dreams of happily ever after may crumble under the weight of hopelessness. If you found this video interesting or helpful, would you help me share it with others? Please click the like or share buttons and add your thoughts in a comment below. If you leave a totally awesome marriage tip, I'll be sure to steal it for my next video series. Okay, just kidding. But seriously, the more you share your wisdom, the more others will benefit. Thank you very much for watching, and may God richly bless your efforts towards a vibrant, passionate, lifetime marriage. See you in the next video.